This is Jeb Boone with ESFIworld.com, and I'm here with SK's Ocelote. Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, actually. Better than yesterday, I have to say. Could be better anyways, but yeah, overall, good.
Cool. In your game against CLG.NA, why did you choose to keep pushing up the mid lane and only send Shin to defend instead of going back as a team and trying to stop double lift?
Well, the reason was that we lacked on information. Like, we didn't know that Graves was destroying literally like the towers, and one of them was already destroyed, and just lack of communication. And we had time to finish. Like, the game was literally over, but we decided to keep pushing because we didn't know that information should have backed, basically. Just a miscommunication did everything there.
I mean, did you take the teleporting strategy into account, or?
Yeah, we knew that they could do it, and we didn't have any problem against that. I mean, we actually won the game until the end. The game was actually won.
Right.
You know? So we knew what could happen, and that was one of the very few things that could make the game to be hard for us.
Mm-hmm. You picked Karthus in 2 of your games over other AP carries that people are more familiar with seeing you play. Even though your team didn't have large amounts of success with Karthus, is he a champion you want to start playing more in the future, or is there a strategy behind your pick?
Well, there's no strategy behind Karthus. He's just broken.
Right.
He's just the best champion of the game. But it's true that I'm not good with him. I'm not good at all with him. But I did a balance, you know, and I thought about, okay, this champion is this OP, and I'm this bad with him.
Right.
Where is the balance? And the balance for me, in my opinion, was he was so broken that it doesn't really matter how you play him. And I picked him twice, and I think it was a mistake because I'm not a good player with him, and you cannot stand the lane against the players I'm playing.
Right.
So
is the only reason you picked him because of his R mainly? Or?
Nah, he's really broken, and he helps the team a lot. He's really like supportive with the ulti, and I tried to, instead of look good myself, I tried to make the team win, and that's the main reason behind. But if I could repeat the tournament, I wouldn't pick him, I think.
Right. Do you feel like you're prepared enough for the group stages? Is there anything else you wish you could have done differently as practice or preparation?
I mean, 2 weeks before coming, we train like 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. You cannot. I mean, these guys are training like 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. We are training like 1/10 or something. That time it's impossible.
Is it hard to practice when your team is scattered around Europe and there's no central hub like a Seoul or
the
Los
problem
Angeles?
is that if you got 5 guys, 5 dedicated guys, which are going all in with esports, then it's all good. But when you got like, I mean, university stuff like that is really important. You know, it's crucial in your life. Without culture, you're nothing.
Right.
And I kind of understand that somebody invests their time in studying, because I did it as well. But it just doesn't work if you want to be a professional gamer. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't. You got not enough time.
Do you think anybody on your team is thinking of maybe taking a break from university or anything like that to pursue this full time?
I think, well, I've been speaking with some of them, and I told them, I mean, I don't want to make any changes in the team, obviously, but I told them, dude, if I were you, and I wouldn't like to keep in esports for like so long, I would keep studying. That's what I would do. And they said, well, the guys that said that were like, okay, we should definitely keep studying and maybe take a break of of League of Legends and stuff. So there will be changes, but none of them will be in a really dramatic mood or something. Everything will be alright because everybody agreed. So should be fine.
Your team's known for being one of the most emotional teams in League of Legends. Everybody loves watching you guys go nuts when you win. How do you think that affects your play? Does it help? Are you more passionate in the games? Or?
It normally helps, and sometimes it's toxic, because we snowball in both ways, really, like a lot, you know? We snowball in a really good way when we do something good, we snowball in a really bad way when we do something bad.
Right.
So it's kind of, it's kind of tricky. Like, what we have to do, we have to invest this year into, as well as getting better in game, obviously, getting better in the mind part, like when we are losing, we have to like be like CLGU, like the Asian teams. We have to have a more like a stronger mind, and knowing that we are able to come back anything. We have to work on it a lot.
You mentioned in the past that you wanted to set up a gaming house for SK in Season 3. Is that something you're going to pursue, or again, are there problems with people's university
No,
schedules?
like 100% we will have a gaming house
Okay.
this year, and the people that are in the team will 100% be able to join to go to the gaming house and go all in with gaming.
Well, do you know where it will be?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Germany, as far as I know, because SK headquarters are in Germany. But as well as this European sponsors, companies and stuff are normally around Germany, so it's more understandable that we are gonna be around there. But of course, I got in mind the next year to do a lot of stuff with American people like TSM, CLG, Curse. I want to do a lot of stuff with them, like fun stuff with communities and stuff. I got some things in mind, but I will definitely hang around America this year.
So do you think, when you say you have things in mind, is it just fun stuff, or is it sort of in-house competitive?
Well, maybe in-house competitive. We will see.
Okay.
There are a lot of ideas behind this, and I think it could be as well interesting in the middle of the season when you're only playing against your region, being able to play against American people or even Asian teams in the same house. Even we will see.
Okay. In your opinion, what's the difference in practice, attitude, and play style among North Americans, Europeans, and Asians? Is there one that stands out of the best or the worst? Or?
Well, the thing is that there's a completely different mindset. The American and European are more like, oh man, I mean, it's not my case, okay? But normally the standard mindset is, I'm gonna sleep and tomorrow we will see when I wake up. Then I play some games, league and blah and this and that. Asians they live in barracks and they live in barracks in the worst place ever, with everything so dirty, sleeping in the ground. They wake up at 7 a.m. They have to ask to go to the toilet. They play like 14 hours a day, no matter what, even if they don't want to play, even if they are sick. It's a completely different mindset,
Do you think that's going to start to change in the American-European scene now that we know?
I mean, that is obviously way too too much, okay?
That's an exaggeration.
But the mindset will be for sure change, and we'll be probably the pioneers on that here in Europe, at least, or in America. I'm gonna make sure we take this way more serious, because you could say that I took this serious because this is my life, and I know I take this serious, but the overall mindset is completely wrong, and I will try to make sure that we change that.
You recently signed an endorsement deal with Digitbet. With competitive League of Legends becoming more mainstream, is betting on esports becoming more prevalent? Does that pose any problems in the future? Maybe even potential match fixings? Like, I mean,
in every sport, in every known sport, the ones you're watching probably in some, like baseball, basket, soccer, whatever, American football, is like there are bets. They exist and they bring money to the table. So it's something good. Obviously, you might have heard about tons of times problems with people trying to trick the stuff, which is completely illegal, But that's not what happens, basically. That's just a really bad part of it. But it brings money to the table. It brings money to esports. It brings more people to esports. Brings more sponsors. Interesting stuff, Right. If it's something for esports, it's something good, for sure.
Who's your pick to win the entire thing for season 2?
I think Frost or M5.
Any reasons why?
Well, Frost, they're sick. The top laner and the mid laner. Well, actually, the bot lane as well. The support, holy moly, they're just extremely good. M5, we know them. Offline, they're beasts. Alexis, Alexis and Diamond for me are the best duo jungle mid of the world right now. And I think M5 is really strong, as well as Frost. We will see how when they clash, because I think they will end up clashing. How is it?
Why do you think M5 stands out among other European teams?
Well, M5, I don't know, man. Russian mindset is completely different as the European mindset, the other European mindset, because they are in a parallel world. I don't know how to call it, but they're they don't have to be here at 4 because they are going to be there at 4, and they're going to train because they want to train. It's different dedication, different mindset. That's it.
Great. Well, thanks for the interview so much. Feel free to say anything for sponsors or teams.
All right. Well, just thank you very much for first of all, the chance for the interview,
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming here to LA to season 2 finals, and I hope I'm going to be here next year and you're going to be here as well. Thank you.